I'm Brian Holcomb here at the start of Stage 5 of the 2011 Amgen Tour of California with Taylor Phinney from BMC Racing. Taylor, take me through the day yesterday. We had the first ever mountaintop finish in this race. How did you fare? How was your day?
Yeah, it was a short stage, so it was naturally very hard. The breakaway didn't get a lot of time, and Radio Shack was definitely getting it up there at the front and just making everybody suffer behind. So I had a pretty tough day for the first 2-3 hours. When we hit Mount Hamilton, a really large gruppetto formed with all of the sprinters and people who had helped along the day, and so I just kind of sat in with them and enjoyed my time up Mount Hamilton and Sierra Road.
We have the TT in Solvang tomorrow. How well do you know that course?
I've only ridden it once or twice. I have it, so I can picture it in my mind, which I would say is good enough. Sort of the vital points where you can make or lose time. So we'll see. I know it relatively well and know that I just gotta give it everything at some certain points, and I'm just looking forward to the downhill part.
How do you prep mentally for a day like that? Do you do a lot of visualization? Do you get amped with music? What is your prep in the half day and the couple of hours leading up to a TT like that?
Yeah, well, one of the things that I do before a TT is I actually shave my legs the day of a time trial, so you get that nice, clean, fresh, shaven feeling when you bust them out into the air for the first time. But yeah, I have a warm up that I do that I've done for almost every single time trial in the past couple of years. Same warm up, and some of the same songs I listen to. There's a Dead Mouse song that I listen to almost every time, and it gets me amped and gets me going. I just kind of close my eyes and visualize perfection and success, and so sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but it gets me in the mood, gets me going, and so yeah, I just know it's going to be a painful ride today, and then tomorrow is going to be the real test. So we'll see.
So thinking about today, it's perhaps the most questionable stage on the tour as far as whether a break will stick. We'll see a sprint, so forth. We have big time separations now. Do you try and contest a sprint if this thing comes back together? How do you get through today, looking towards the TT tomorrow?
Yeah, well, today's sort of an interesting day when it comes to survival, because there's a couple guys. There's Sagan and Freire, who are really good climbers and who will definitely be wanting to be up there for the win at the end. If we had just straight climbers or straight sprinters in this race, I would say that the breakaway would stay away, but I think that Leaky Gas and Rabobank are pretty fired up for trying to go for a win today. So I think it's going to be, for me, it's going to be a really hard day. These first couple mountains are pretty difficult. They come pretty early on, and if the breakaway hasn't gone, they're going to be really fast. And it's such a long stage that you can't just call gruppetto and roll for 180K. So a lot of people are going to be suffering, a lot of people are going to be surviving, and hopefully I can find some companions to work with if I find myself off the back. But the plan is to try to stay in the group and see how long I can stay there. It's a hard little finish, nice and punchy. There's some rollers there, so we'll see. Nobody really knows these roads, so that also makes it interesting.
Well, hey man, best of luck today getting through. Good luck tomorrow in the TT. And we'll join Taylor Phinney before the start of every stage at this year's Amgen Tour of California.
Word.